She stood at the college gate with trembling hands, staring at the rejection letter that was supposed to change her life. 15-year-old Arya Malik had dreamed of getting into Maple North Elite College since she was 9. Everyone in her small Canadian town knew her as the janitor's daughter, the quiet girl who spent more time in the school's storage room fixing old gadgets than anywhere else. But no one, not even her father, knew she had built something extraordinary in their backyard. Something that would one day make NASA call her name. The day began painfully. Arya had woken up early, wearing her only formal shirt, the one she ironed herself. Her father, Kareem, a janitor who worked double shifts to support her dreams, gave her a thumbs up even though his eyes were tired. She walked into the admissions office believing that talent mattered more than money, more than status. But moments later, she walked out with her heart shattered. "We regret to inform you," the words echoed in her mind like an insult she didn't deserve. Her father found her sitting on a bench outside the college, holding back tears. He gently placed a hand on her shoulder. "Arya, dreams don't end because someone else can't see them." She looked at him, her voice cracking. "But I worked so hard. Why wasn't I enough?" Kareem didn't have all the answers, but he had faith in her. "You were always more than enough. They just don't know it yet." At home, Arya went straight to the backyard workshop she had built from old shelves, broken motors, and discarded wires her dad found during cleaning shifts. It was her haven, her place of impossible dreams. Behind a curtain of tools stood her secret project, a DIY rocket she had been designing for the past 2 years. She wasn't trying to fly to space. She just wanted to prove that a girl from nowhere could do something that made the world stop and notice. Fueled by anger, disappointment, and stubborn hope, Arya worked harder than ever. She redesigned the combustion chamber, recalibrated the sensors, and coded the guidance software on a battered laptop that froze every 10 minutes. Whenever she got stuck, she remembered the principal's dismissive voice, "We seek excellence, not experiments." And that was enough to push her forward. One cold evening, as snow dusted the backyard, Arya stood beside her finished prototype. Her father recorded everything on an old phone. Her breath came out in little puffs as she entered the final command. With a burst of light and a roar that shook their tiny yard, the rocket shot up, high, straight, steady. Higher than any DIY project had the right to go. Her father dropped the phone in shock. Arya covered her mouth as tears spilled over her fingers. She did it. She actually did it. The video went online by accident. Kareem had uploaded it to show his relatives, but the algorithm grabbed it like wildfire. Within hours, Canada was buzzing. "Janitor's daughter builds working rocket," the headlines said. Engineers commented. Scientists debated. Teachers regretted. And then, one morning, as Arya ate cereal at the kitchen table, her father walked in holding his phone with shaking hands. "Arya, NASA emailed you." She thought he was joking, but then she saw it. An invitation, a request to meet her, an offer to join their Young Innovators program, fully funded. When she looked at her father, his eyes were wet. "I told you," he whispered, "they just didn't know you yet." Flying to the US felt surreal. She wore the same old shirt because she didn't own a suit, but when she entered NASA's research center, no one cared about labels. They cared about her mind. They asked about her design, her ideas, her dreams. She spoke shyly at first, then confidently, like she had been waiting her whole life for someone to finally listen. Back home, Maple North Elite College tried to save face. They sent her a letter. "We invite you to reconsider applying." Arya read it once, smiled softly, and placed it in a drawer. She didn't need their approval. She had something far greater, the world believing in her. Months later, as she stood in a NASA lab surrounded by engineers and prototypes far bigger than her backyard rocket, she remembered that day on the bench. The rejection, the pain, the feeling of not being enough. And she realized something powerful. Sometimes a closed door isn't a failure, it's a push toward the place you truly belong. She looked into the camera when a reporter asked her the secret to her success. Her answer was simple. Labels don't define potential. Talent doesn't need permission. And sometimes, the people who clean the floors raise the ones who change the skies. Her words spread across Canada, inspiring thousands of kids who felt unseen. And somewhere in a quiet little town, Her father sat on that same bench outside the college, smiling at how everything had come full circle. His daughter didn't just build a rocket. She built a future no one could reject again.